Should I just get started?
Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, just put it in. Yeah,
You're you're good. Should I just
yeah,
get started then with the
yeah.
first question?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think before we kick off with the first question, can you introduce a little bit about yourself? Like, how how was your experience at the Anza? Um, yeah, and the things that you're excited, any
Yeah.
exciting things that are like happening in your life recently?
Okay, amazing. All right. So I'm Shania. I am a neuroscience major at USC, and I am currently a junior. And I transferred this fall. So
Mhm.
I've been at USC for 9 weeks. Very exciting. And I graduated from community college back in June, or actually August, because I was taking
Oh.
summer classes.
Mhm.
My overall dance experience was so good, y'all. It was amazing. I loved community college. I think it was one of the best decisions of my life. But how I got to community college did I was kind of like, I just thought it would just not be super great. I thought it'd be super lonely, and I wasn't really looking forward to it. I
Uh-huh.
did like the idea that I had time to myself.
Mhm.
But I think your community college experience is what you make of it. But I think that Deanza is one of the more social community colleges. So you're definitely going to find people, and like it's a small campus. So like you were always going to run into these like your classmates. So it was really nice. There was always familiar faces on campus. I know that you guys are online,
Mhm.
so it's definitely
Yeah.
different. My first year was for 6 months, and then it was cut short because of the pandemic. But those
Mhm.
6 months were honestly really great. I had like a couple friends that we were like hip to hip when it came to studying and everything. I think my professors were good for the most part. I think when you
Mhm.
come to a 4-year university, you won't realize how spoiled you are,
Oh,
and that your
really?
community college professors are there because, and I'm not saying all of them, I'm going to say a good handful of them want you to succeed. And
Mhm.
I'm going to drop a couple of names only because they are
Please,
amazing professors.
please.
For OChem, I don't know if you guys finished the series, but if you have not, Brendan Marr, he's so good. I think when you guys take his class, you'll probably be like, oh, this is really difficult. Oh, it's not fair. He's great. Please
Uh-huh.
take him. David Gray is also really good.
Civic.
I think he's a great professor. I think he's great for Gen Chem. But Brendan Marr, what he would give you resources and like problem sets. He would give you practice problems during class. He made himself available during office hours, after class. And if you did not take advantage of that, then it's just like, it's unfortunate because that's one of my regrets is that although I did use him as a resource to help myself in the class, I felt like it could have been better. I think there are definitely like some professors like what's his name? Macaulay for biology.
Macaulay.
He's
Yeah.
great for concepts. And I think that I wanted to do a research project. And I cold emailed him and I talked about my project, and he was more than willing to help. Although that project, I didn't end up doing the project because I was doing something else,
Mhm.
which I'll go into detail in the later questions. He was more than happy to help and told me to take one of the, I forgot what this class is called, but it's like you meet every week with your professor to do a project with them.
Mhm.
If you guys know what that class is called, please drop it in because I'm totally forgetting. I think it's like a biological projects thing or free projects.
Mm.
But this is a great time to spend one-on-one time with your professor. Letting them know about you. They will understand that you're genuinely interested in this topic, and like don't just go in for the resume little like sprinkle. Go in because you really want to know your
Yeah.
professors. And then I know one of my friends who did a project with one of her professors and got a really good letter of recommendation for her privates. And she got to
Oh.
USC, but she ended up choosing Davis because I think she wanted to be a PA. And
Mm.
I think the opportunities at Davis were just like amazing. So I
Mhm.
totally get that.
Mhm.
Um, But yeah, let's see. Bruce hires good. I think he's good if you're really good at memorization.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so okay, back to my dance experience. The reason I chose Danza, I have a little story. After high school, um, I went to a international school, and I was like, I'm going to be a doctor by 23. So it was a study abroad medical program. And I did not like the program and it wasn't for me. So I dropped out after 7 months. And obviously, like when you apply to college, you get in a year later, right? So you apply
Yeah.
in August and you get in that August or
Uh-huh.
something. Um, well, I guess it differs for transfers. But for me, so I just decided I didn't want to apply to a college because I was going to go to Cal Poly in high school and then
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to do that. So I decided to go enroll straight into community college.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great. I think like community college is just those years to really focus on yourself
Mm-hmm.
and figure out what you want to do and what you find, excuse me, your passion in. If you already have an idea, then just keep going with that. There are clubs, there's the writing center to improve your writing because 4-year academic writing is very different. And I just coming to realize that there is more rigor when it comes to that. Yes, agreed. Yeah, higher is 100% memorization. But I will drop a couple of links for you guys to succeed. I think Anki is one of the best. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Anki or Anki. That is,
Okay.
yeah. So I know like a lot of medical students use that, and I used that when I was in that study abroad program, and I ended up doing really well in those classes. But this is good if you want to do long-term memory. If you want to do short-term, like you didn't, and do not do this, but I will have to drop Quizlet,
You pick one.
Quizlet for short-term. Do not do that because please stick with Anki. Concept maps are something I wish I did more. I think that you'll need that more in Bio 6B. And then ecology 6C was just all online. So it was just super chill and it was a lot of fun. And you end up going on field
Yeah.
trips with the professor. And Hire is so passionate about what he does. So like I'm sure going on those field trips would have been fun. Again, I took it online, so we weren't allowed to go on those field trips. But yeah, let's see. I was in MOA, so Medical Outreach Club. I was the vice president. So we did weekly meetings. So that was a main thing that I put on my resume or my application. I was researching. So I don't know if you guys are also Foothill students, but I did not do this through Foothill, but they have a community college research opportunity where you can research for the
Oh.
psychology,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. You have to take a class at Foothill and then you can apply to research. But I actually ended up getting into the STARS program. This
Oh.
is the science, technology, something like reconstructive.
Oh, is it like affiliate with Stanford or?
It is. It is.
Oh,
It's,
wow.
it's in the
Oh.
lab, and the lab is under Jill Helms. So go ahead and pop
Oh.
her name and put the STARS internship. Basically, I got into
Mm.
that program after high school, which was good
Mm-hmm.
because I actually could put it on my resume because
Uh-huh.
things that are during your high school experience, you're not really allowed to put it in
Mm-hmm.
or it doesn't hold that much value.
Uh-huh.
So I had to really start from scratch, but I was luckily able to put that in. And I actually contacted my mentor in her lab and I asked him if I could continue that project that I started years ago. So
Mm-hmm.
2018, and I contacted him 2 years later in 2020.
Yeah.
And we just got published a couple of days ago.
Wow.
So yeah, so I think
Dang.
that it's so the project took about a year or two. No, a year. It took a year. So I contacted him
My
June of
God.
2020. We submitted in May of 2021, and we just got published a couple days ago, which they didn't even notify us. I had to find out. I had to find out.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So the
Yeah.
reason the reason I'm telling you this is obviously
Uh-huh.
not okay. I don't want to flex because what the fuck? Oh wait, click out of the recording. Oh my god, I'm
Nope.
not so
We
stupid.
believe it.
But I'm saying cold email a bunch of professors if you guys are into research and you guys find something that you're passionate about. So whether that is women's health, whether that is, I don't know, like biochemistry or chemistry, we have a lot of universities around us that can help you with that. It does not matter which school it is, because one of my
Mhm.
friends got into the UCLA neuroscience program, and she is top scoring in her class
Mhm.
from Anza, and she researched with Santa Clara University.
Wow.
And one of the professors there cold emailed those professors, and I'm going to send you, I'm going to see if I can drop like one of the emails that like how to cold email professors. um
Yeah. Thank
I'm going to
you.
pull that up while I'm talking to you guys. But let's see, I forgot her name. There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna copy and paste this, but I'm gonna censor this person's name. So let's see. Obviously, like, and like, if you don't have research experience, that's okay.
Mhm.
That's okay. Um, you need to tell them that too. You need to be like, I'm passionate, but I'm just letting you know, I don't have research experience, and it's something I want to learn. And let's see. Okay, I'm gonna try
Okay.
censoring the person's name. Um, yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead, sorry.
no, yeah. So I think this, Zale, you have one question. So, do you want to like unmute and ask,
Yeah, sure.
Jania
I don't want to
directly?
cut you
Yeah,
off though.
No,
no
go
Like,
worries.
ahead.
I am transferring for like next year, right? So, like, doing the
Yeah.
application now. So, like, do you think if I fit in anything and like include in my application that I am planning to do? Because I did not know of any of these like resources, like on Foothill that you mentioned, that it is like in cooperation with Stanford. So I
Yeah.
was like, is it too
Um,
late or can there be like something? Because I
okay.
love research, but I didn't know.
Let's see. So it's October, right?
Right.
So the foothill psychology thing, I think it's due in May. So it might be a little too late, but that do not get discouraged. Okay. There's
Mhm.
so many ways to make up your application, and there's so many ways to like make it honestly amazing. If you do not do research, honestly, you'll be fine. You'll be totally
Mhm.
fine. I put in that I did research, and I'm gonna be honest, I got rejected from UCLA and Berkeley. And I ended up choosing last options between San Diego and USC. I did get into Davis, I did get into Santa Barbara and the other ones. But I'm just letting you know, if you did not do research, it's not gonna be.
Hello, sorry about that. So I'm the
Oh,
co-host, so I cannot
uh-huh.
send participant to breakout room right now.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. Okay, I make you the co-host now.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Can you assign me to
Oh,
the bio? I don't know like
sure,
why.
sure, sure.
Yeah, I don't know why I
Uh,
can join at all.
oh, how can I do that?
In the breakout rooms, you can like pull up like the list of people like unassigned.
I don't see unassigned people
Oh,
actually.
okay. Oh, can you make me not the host, like unhost me?
Uh,
Okay, I make you the host. Um,
oh, hello.
I
Oh,
okay,
I see, I see. Okay.
okay. I
So
think now I can.
biological science, right?
Yeah, bio.
Okay.
Let me pull
Oh,
Let
so
me pull
yours.
up the email. So the Science Learning Institute, and I'm still getting
Mhm.
emails. They sent me an email this morning where there were internships for NASA. There's Observe the Moon. There is engineering faculty talk. There's like, and not all of them are going to be bio, but it's pretty good for like what they send. Um, okay. Also UCSF, you could cold email them.
Oh,
I cold
really?
emailed, yeah, I cold emailed this guy. They're part of the research. It's an app during
Uh-huh.
COVID where they were trying to build up research, and you would fill up a survey, and it was actually getting fairly popular. So I emailed them, and they actually emailed me back, and they were like, we'll see if we need any volunteers or if we need any people. And obviously You could start off as a volunteer, but if you get closer to the
Mhm.
faculty or people that are working there, you can work your way up to an internship. But you have to just, okay, let's see. Can I apply to that? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a sister school. So I was also a Foothill student. So I took like one class per quarter at Foothill. I think one thing that kind of sucks about De Anza is that they don't have the UCLA TAP program. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but I was going to be a TAP student. But it was just getting like, it was so much work because of the
Mhm.
classes. So the TAP, UCLA TAP program, if you guys are familiar with it, it is a honors. It's like a program that you can do. Oh, good. Oh yeah. You might have actually more info on it than me, but basically you can take honors classes and you have to take at least 12 units of honors courses by the time you apply to the UCLA TAP program. And what it does is it increases your acceptance rate to UCLA by a certain percentage. Now, I talked to one of the counselors who was running the program, and he said back in 2019 or 2018, only 60% of the 150 students that applied to the UCLA TAP program had gotten into UCLA. But the year before, it was around 80%. So I think it has to do a lot with competition. And I think it's just like applying. So it could fluctuate over time. But my biggest regret, not regret, but I think I wish I had, yeah, I guess it's a regret that I had participated in the UCLA TAP program and finished my course load only because I was so close to it. I was also part of the De Anza Honors Society. So it just kind of, it's an extra check mark on your transcript that you're part of it, you're like good
Mhm.
standing or part of Dean's List or God knows what. It helps with that too.
Mhm.
But yeah, basically my main thing, I think I want to go through each. Yeah, so you guys already know my GPA. It was like about a 3.7 and it increases when you go to a semester system school. It ends up getting higher. So I don't know when
Oh.
it transfers, which is interesting. For quarter system, it's going to stay the same because it's quarter system to quarter system. GPA matters. I hate to say this. I hate saying this because I like to be focused more on activities.
Yeah.
It matters to a point. But don't let that discourage you. So
Yeah.
it depends what program you're applying to as well. I applied to the neuroscience program at UCLA. And when I looked at the median, I was on the lower end for the applicants that were getting in for the neuroscience program. It's also the smallest program. So their acceptance rate was very, very small. I think it was like a 2% to 7%, not very big. So I got rejected, which is totally fine. But for neuroscience at UCLA, the students were getting around a 3.94 to 4.0 GPA. And that's how they were getting
Mm.
it. I was on more the lower end.
Mhm.
And that was unfortunate, but I think it does matter to a point. If you're applying to schools like maybe like NYU or Santa Clara might be good, and USC. I think they focus more holistically, but
Mhm.
from what I'm understanding with the UCs is that they have a baseline GPA, but do not take this with a grain of salt because I could be wrong, and everyone is going to give you different answers. Van is saying that's so funny because all those videos, people are like prestige. Yeah, GPA doesn't matter. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. The thing is that they're going to look at your overall GPA and your major requirements. And if you guys have a couple quarters to boost that up, by all means do. And if you can't, that's fine. I don't want to say work hard because that's such a vague thing to say. But utilize your resources to the max. Can I
Mhm.
ask which professors you guys have for your STEM and what majors you guys all are?
Yeah. Oh.
Go ahead, Joseph. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joseph.
And
Yeah.
oh, and sorry to cut you off, but we also have Iris join us
Oh, it's
today.
great.
Yeah. So welcome.
Hi.
Hi,
How are
you
you
can call me
doing?
Yori. Good. I
Oh,
just finished my class.
oh, hustle.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming.
It's okay. Got to
It's so
help.
nice to
Yeah.
meet you. I'm Shania, by the way.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
Yori.
Yori,
How do you pronounce your name again?
mine or
Yeah.
Joseph? Oh, Shania.
No, Joseph is pretty much
Joseph's pretty,
easy.
yeah.
Joseph is basic.
Joseph's
Okay.
not Joseph?
I'm sorry, Joseph.
No
You're good.
worries.
And
Shania.
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 Congratulations on Cornell, by the way. Is this your first
Oh
semester?
man, thank you. Yeah, it's my first semester. I'm currently a sophomore here, so I only spent like 1.5 years at the Anza.
That's great. Well, congratulations. That's exciting.
Thank you.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. Yeah.
All right. I guess
Yeah.
Yori could take it away because I've just been
Wait, what?
well, because I've been answering so many questions now.
No,
I
we
think
can go.
oh my god, no, I gave as much advice as possible. So I just let you catch up, let yourself introduce yourself, tell us
Yeah.
how your experience has been. We haven't got to the 4-year like our transition question.
Okay.
It's more about how we spent our time at Anza. So we're kind of there, but go ahead.
Okay, so introduce myself. Okay. So I'm Yuri. Hi guys. I was in Anza from January last year until June this year. So it's like 5 quarters.
Oh,
I kind of
okay.
started in like unusual time, which is like January, because I intentionally took like half a year vacation for my sanity.
Oh,
like after
wow.
high school. Yeah.
That's cool. That's
So-
cool.
So I was only like 1.5 years at the Anza. Oh, and I'm actually from Indonesia, so I'm an international student. I took biological science at Anza, biological science, and then I'm currently at Cornell, transferring as a sophomore. And then I'm currently taking nutritional science in Cornell, and I have made like the schedule for the rest of the years, and I'm graduating in December 2023.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's a pretty awkward time to
Huh.
graduate actually, because I started at January and it's
Yeah.
like I don't know, but it's like
Well, But it's Cornell, so you just have to go.
yeah, it's Cornell, freaking Cornell. Nobody
Yeah.
reject Cornell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, are you in a campus right now, by the way?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm in one of the buildings, like the
Oh,
newest
that's nice.
building.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, can you walk us through like how did you choose like community college and how was your experience at community college? Like, any courses that you love the most? Do you find like the most like helpful with when you transfer?
So I kind of choose the Anza. I'm gonna be super frank here, not because
Mhm.
it's just like because like most of my Indonesian friends, they went to the Anza, both my
Yeah.
seniors and juniors. So it's like I think it's like a pretty safe bet to go to the Anza.
Mhm.
Although like I always know that I really never live like the west coast of the US. I always want to go to the east coast.
Mhm.
I don't know, just like the vibes here. But it's like my mom and my dad, they're just like worried if I don't have anyone that I know if I went to like East Coast
Yeah.
community college in East Coast. It's not
Uh-huh.
so common to
Yeah,
like
that's
go
true.
there. Yeah, and that's why they told me to like just go with this one first, and then you can
Mhm.
transfer anywhere you want. Okay, I'm just gonna go with.
Okay.
And then I transferred, and then I go to the Enza. I went to the Enza. And then what should I say? Can you repeat like the question
Oh,
again?
yeah. And how was your experience at the Anza? Like, which courses
Oh.
do you find the most helpful after you transfer? Which professors
Okay.
you like?
So okay.
this one, or something like
So
that? Yeah.
yeah, nice. So it's like honestly, my experience at the Anza, like of the clubs or of like any in-person meetings is like very minimum, because I
Mhm.
only like got in January 2020, basically 3 months before the whole thing crumbles down.
Yeah, that'll blow down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I plan to like work on campus and then join clubs and stuff like that in my second quarter, when like second quarter of my second quarter in the Anza is like all online, and it's so upsetting. So yeah, I didn't really have the chance to like join clubs or
Mhm.
work at the campus or did anything interesting, I
Mhm.
guess. So it's basically I'm just gonna like share I think about the classes. The professor that I like, probably I don't have anyone
Probably.
in mind though. What?
Probably
No,
waiting.
probably.
We're waiting for some names.
Yori,
I'm
Yori.
just like,
Oh,
what?
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Can I ask you a question? Do you feel like,
Yeah.
because you've been at Cornell for how many semesters? Like a couple
It's
semesters?
my first one.
This is my first one too. Do you feel like Anza prepared you for the rigor at Cornell or
Yeah.
at your 4-year?
What do you mean regular?
Like, do you think the classes at Anza prepared you for how
Yeah.
rigorous it would be at your 4-year
University.
university?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I don't know. It's
Is
like
there like a stark difference of like how hard the classes are?
oh yeah, I don't know. I feel like oh my gosh, yeah.
can be-
I feel like classes at the Anza is not that advanced, but when you transfer to like 4 years university, it is so much different. I don't know why, but it's for me it is. But it's like, I mean, the basic concepts they taught you that, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like it prepares you in a way, but it is not enough. In my case, I don't know if it's like because I got into like the harder university or I don't know, but it's like I don't feel like it is advanced enough. But I kind of get it because it's like the lower level class, right, in the Anza. So I'm not really complaining about it. I mean, it gives me some perspectives on like the like type of materials that I will encounter here in my upper level classes. But in terms of complexity and how advanced it is, I don't think that it kind of prepares you much, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jenny?
Shania.
Okay.
Yes.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I was like, oh, I don't know. Okay, it's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know, for the most part, at least for like, okay, so Dianza, okay, I'm gonna be super frank with y'all. I used to be able to write like for the writing courses, like they make you take the 1A, the 2A.
Right.
And then I also took a literature class because I thought I wanted to do that at USC also. And
Wow.
girl, oh, don't worry, I might have.
I'm
and
like,
then
wow.
and then also I did a history class where we had to write. So there was a lot of writing, okay? And I think that the writing classes did not prepare me for, I think, wait, I'm not saying it did not. It's only because I didn't use those resources like the writing center.
Just a bit.
Yeah, I hate to be this, I don't want to be this negative because I'm like, I'm happy.
Same, guys.
Yeah,
Same
I'm
here.
really happy at USC, and I think that the community is interesting. I'll go more into that, but I want Yori to also talk. I feel like the writing was okay. I think that the professors, because it's like you're getting all types of students in a classroom, and like there's I don't think that there's enough stress on academic and professional writing in those classes. And you can really only get that if you go outside of class and you're finding going to the writing center or going to other places to help your writing, because you don't realize how much of an emphasis it'll have on your transition in those 2-year schools. But here's the thing, like writing comes naturally to me and I thoroughly enjoy it, but it's frustrating. It's been a frustrating process when I've been taking my last and only GE at USC and I'm writing essays and they're not coming out the way I want them to. And that's just been a little bit versus like at Anza, I could write an essay and I'd be fine. I think I could be all right with it, I think in terms of STEM rigor, there is definitely rigor at the 4 years, at least like with USC. The study habits that I was using at Anza did not exactly work out at USC. I'm also burnt out because of the pandemic, and I'm right now like I don't know if you are going through this, Yori, but I'm a little bit like feeling a little slow. I don't know why, and it's annoying me because it's like I went 1.5 years online and just kind of like having like being super chill. And now it's like the real deal going to 4 years. So it's that on top of like, I guess my study habits. So I don't know. You just have to be consistent with studying and reviewing every single day. I'm not saying it's hard. The content is understandable. I will tell you that. Like neurobiology, for example, it's the content. I'm able to understand it. I have to sit down and like review it, and that's fine. It's being consistent with your study habits and being more concept based. So memorization helped me in Anza, especially with Hires class or maybe a part of OChem. It's like I have to be more concept based at USC and like understand putting those all together. The physics is good. If you
Physics?
did, yeah, I think calculus at Anza was good. I think it was, Yori. Yeah, I feel like calculus was pretty good at
You
Anza.
know what?
When it comes
One of the major reasons I take nutrition class is that because I don't have to take any physics. So I'm not. I didn't take any physics, and I'm not taking any physics. But calculus, I kind of agree though.
Yeah, I think the
I
calculus.
took I took the Rick Taylor, like Roderick Taylor. I don't know if you know that name. It's like
Oh
the
my
professor.
God! Wait, why does he
Taylor.
sound so familiar? He was hard though, right?
No, I don't think so. He was just so nice.
I think he's like one of the 3 professor, like math professors that's like top rating on Brainerd Professor.
Yeah.
I think
I think it's like
Richard
4 point something.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think he's
Yeah.
good. Okay, so I did not take anyone for physics at Anza. This is completely new. So I came into USC my first
Oh man.
class ever. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was good. I think I did
Oh,
I think I was
nice.
fine because I think the study like calculus prepares you, and then you know why? I took a physics, and one of my friends who went to UCLA did this too, but she took a intro to physics class and I didn't pass, no pass. So I didn't want to grade for this. I just took it for like for funsies, you know, just to see like what
Yeah,
so
just
it
get
was
a feel
it
of
was
it.
with Eduardo Luna. So I took a little brief class and he kind of goes into it. That was hard. Physics at Anza, y'all, is hard because
Really?
this was an intro to physics class, and he made it really hard. Thank God he did. And one of my friends who took the 4A, as in not just for
Oh
the
man,
engineers,
4A.
struggled. She cried. And then she went to UCLA and took the physics for life sciences and got an A in those classes. So
Oh man,
my
yeah.
recommendation,
Okay.
if you have time to do the pass, no pass, feel it out, figure out what physics, because if you have to take physics at the 4-year, maybe take a pass no pass on those intro to physics for the summer or maybe for spring semester. Feel it out to see how it is. You'll get a good introduction and then go and actually try. You just do this pass no pass doesn't mean that, oh, okay, I could just like, I'll just look at the notes. Like actually try, study, and do well. Luna's hard. Luna's good. I like Luna. He's great. But that's only because I took his class pass no pass. If I had a letter grade, I'd probably be crying. It's fine.
Oh my gosh.
Probably not physics for summer though.
But I'm saying I think some classes like I don't think that there's rigor. Does that make sense? I don't think there's like rigor at Anza as much, but I think that some of the classes will actually prepare you. If that makes, I don't know how.
Yeah, it
I
kind of
think
makes
calculus,
sense.
if you took physics 4A, or those those will prepare you. You'll be fine. If you took higher for 6A and you learned how to like, the thing is that I was in I think his class was really good. I think the writing is okay. I think it could be better. I think chemistry, I don't know. Yori, did you take chemistry during Anza?
Yeah.
How did you feel about that?
My chemistry is like it's full online and my lab is like online by myself. I mean it's pretty easy. I'm thankful it's easy, but it I don't know, I feel stupid, guys. It's like so I only took Gen Chem in Anza and now I'm taking organic chem in like Cornell. Well, I really feel stupid though. I think it's because like not really stupid, but it's like I think I have already been used to like the vibes of online learning, and when I'm put here, it's just like what you said. It's like everything is just so fast paced, and we have to do like the normal learning again, which is not really.
Are you guys semester system?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, me?
same.
Yeah, Cornell is
are you
semester system.
I know Deanne's a
Yeah.
quarter. Okay, not gonna lie, but I
It
kind of
is a
like
quarter.
semester system because it's slower and I have more time to digest the content. Right? Or would you disagree? That's like how I felt, you know, when coming.
I'm thinking about it in terms of the break though. I mean, if you this quarter, it has like more breaks, I guess. But I mean, like Cornell has some kind of like fall break and then Thanksgiving break, so I think it's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
Uh,
Unica have a question. So do you want to unmute yourself?
Oh yeah. go ahead.
Yeah. So I had a quick question. So from like high school to community college like De Anza and then to like a 4-year, do you think that transition was much smoother than just going from high school to a 4-year?
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
oh, that was a question.
I think for my high school, I don't know if you guys went to the Bay Area high schools, but those are like insanely competitive. So I think I went to Saratoga High School, so
Oh.
that was like really hard. And I think that it was good, but like I think that was a good transition to community college. And then I think like the thing is a high school is like you're taking the same exact classes every day
Mhm.
for semester, and then Deanza's quarter. So I remember my first quarter being really rough. But that didn't mean like I think it was still doable. It's just I think it's like a firsthand experience. You just have to get used to it.
Yeah.
And then once you feel adjusted on Deanza or Foothills campus, you can go like bam, bam, bam. Like you got your own schedule, you're ready to go.
Yeah.
From community to USC, I think the adjustment in terms of, I know how to explain it, like going to my classes, going to lecture halls, making friends as in like study buddies. And like, I think the transition with that was great. How to talk to your professors, professor etiquette, how to ask for help. These things naturally will come to you when you're at community college. And I think that was just like, felt prepared, or going to office hours, asking the right type of questions. I do not mind asking stupid questions to my professors at USC. I do not care. They are more than welcome to answer them and help you out. I don't mind that. Everyone's in the same boat as well. Joseph, you had a question?
I kind of have a question, like when you go to like the office hour to ask questions, it's more like about like the lectures, like to ask like about the lectures, but like for example, like if you want to have like internship opportunity or something, like you go like just go ahead and ask them in the office hour, or you have like to burn them up a little bit, you know?
Go ahead, Rory. I don't know. I feel like you have a good answer to this.
Okay, so this is, I don't know, but I'm not an office hour person. I only been to office hours for one time the whole year of my university and college. So I think you should answer it.
Okay. I think office hours are not the time to ask that sometimes. I think like office hours are good. Like, okay, ask them questions about the lecture, about what you were confused about, or if you like, I think my physics professor, I love going to his office hours because I feel like obviously he's not judgmental. He will answer any question. And so I ask him help with the problems and how to set it up. I remember staying after class and asking him like a personal question, and he remembered me because the lecture's on Zoom and then I have live labs. So he recognized, and I always have my camera on. When it comes to internships, it's mainly research. So professors at 4 years are researchers, and they'll provide research opportunities, but they won't provide internships, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So for my neurobiology professor, he's told us that, oh, one of my graduate students has a new project and they are looking for undergrads to help research under them. So just send me your resume and we'll go from there. I did not end up taking that opportunity because I felt like I'm done with research and I wasn't interested with his project, and that's fine. But they'll usually offer it. If not, one of my friends cold emailed a bunch of professors and also cold emailed her own professor and talked about a project she was passionate about. So she likes psychology and mental health. So she wanted to do a project on, I don't know, I think it was the LGBT community and the Asian community and overlapping them, right? So she emailed one of her professor, or talked to her professor after class and talked to him about her project idea. He ended up really liking the project so much that he wanted her to research under him, or he wanted her to start her own project and he would supervise her or help her out.
Wow.
It all
That's
starts with
cool.
passion. It's not about getting a research opportunity. It's finding enjoyment in that, and realizing that research takes a long time. It's about a year or two project with that professor. So understanding that you will love it long enough to do it for that many years. And yeah, so it's mainly research. If you want to get out internship opportunities, subscribe to your university's career center, go to your pre-health advisor. I just got a packet of information and internships and whatever clinical hours just from my pre-health advisor. My major advisor, so he's in the neuroscience department, he sends weekly emails and you go from there. One thing that I was not prepared for is that you get so overwhelmed by the amount of opportunities your university provides you, right, Yori?
Oh my gosh,
I'm
there's
literally overwhelmed.
too much,
Yeah.
too much jobs, too much internship, too much researches, and then too much, I don't know, events and stuff. You have to be able to prioritize things, or you might like be overwhelmed, burn out, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's just everything is just there. It's like you cannot even imagine.
Dude, wait, I don't know. It's like, yeah, so I don't know how to I did not know how to prioritize those like extracurriculars. Like, what did I want to do? Because our universities at least did a great job providing them out in the open and just being like, here's our opportunities, but like, you don't know where to start. So figure out what you need. So if you need clinical hours for grad school or PA school or med school or what, God knows what, go ahead and focus on those clinical hours. If you need shadowing hours, apply to a place that needs shadowing hours. If you need research and you really want to get research experience, just apply for research and focus on that, but yeah, I don't know. Clubs are social. I don't know. Yori, are you into clubs?
Not right now because I'm currently taking like too many credits, and then I work too. I work at a dining hall as the culinary assistant, and I think it has taken so much of my time. So I'm planning to join clubs on next semester, but I'm still thinking about like clubs, like the art clubs, like I don't know, a cappella or dance. Oh yeah, the thing that I want to say regarding that is that you also like have to remember to like have fun and enjoy the experience in like university with all that many opportunities, because it's like you're only gonna be there for like, I don't know, for me it's like 2.5 years, or probably there are people who are gonna be in the university for 3 years or only 2 years. There's not much time, so it's like, I'm not saying to take it easy, but it's like have fun, but not too fun that you forget all your responsibilities. But yeah, have fun, enjoy. And yeah, so I'm planning to join a club, a cappella or dance maybe. But yeah, that's what I plan for.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, I was saying, like, I feel like when you go join clubs at universities, it's okay to have fun clubs. Not everything has to be about getting those clinical hours.
Yeah.
Because those research opportunities will come from your health advisor. Go ahead.
Especially like when you are a transfer, you kind of feel like you're left out of things that you feel like you would need to rush or something. But I'm telling you, it's not that case. You can still have fun and like, yeah, it's like it's a matter of priority, and then you have to really prioritize your health. Oh my gosh, I'm like a mom here, but it's like it's true. It's like, yeah, mental health. I'm like a mom here, but it's like, yeah, you have to prioritize mental health and stuff. Use all the facilities, and then try to enjoy your time, not to be too serious, and then I don't know.
You're not getting any younger, so enjoy the ride, right?
It's freaking college, dude. Yeah.
We're supposed to get wasted and everything, but
no.
Wait, Joseph, did you have a question? You look like you wanted to say something.
Yeah. So I have I'm super curious about this though. Like, do you ever feel ready like to take on like a research paper like on your like starter one? Like, do you ever feel like like in terms of academic? Like, do you ever feel ready, or you're just like, okay, I'm so passionate about this, like I need to go like and learn everything on the way? Like, how that works?
I don't know. For my research paper, I just that internship for 3 months helped me get a little bit of like experience. But everything I learned was firsthand. It was all a learning curve. So I thought I
Oh, okay.
knew how to do scientific writing and I thought I was good at that, but it turns out I wasn't. And it all came by learning, getting like scolded by my own mentors, which is needed. You
Oh,
have to do it. And so
okay.
like we all started by looking at example research papers
Mhm.
and we read our own mentor's paper and we read through his work and we saw how he formatted his paper. We looked into like actual like academic writing and stuff and like stuff like that that helped. So really, if it's your first time researching and you're going into a paper, everything will be a learning curve.
Mhm.
Everything.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
gonna be hard. Like,
Mhm.
and that's okay. It's all learning. It's fun. Like
Yeah.
at least like have a team. Like I had a friend that did it with me and we were hip to hip,
Oh.
did everything together. We had the same passion for it. We still wanted to do it. So it made the process a lot easier and it made the meetings with our mentors a lot less nerve-wracking and everything. So it was good.
Mm.
So
Oh,
I
thank
don't,
you.
does that
Yeah.
answer your question, Joseph?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I think like I have to like mentally prepare because I really, really love like the idea of me doing research, but I feel like, okay, I'm
Oh
not taking
man.
OChem yet. I'm not finished all my coursework. Like, what do I know? Like who the hell am I like to like start like research paper, you know? So, okay. Yeah. So it kind of helps.
Yeah, no, it's
Wait,
okay.
Shania,
Yeah, what's up?
do you have to do research like in USC or you don't have to but you want to?
Oh, I already did research at community college. So
Oh,
I
community
finished,
college.
I already had done it, a project, and I already did it. So I was like, because I already did that, my plan at USC was to just focus on my clinical hours and my shadowing hours. And
Okay.
because of that, like, so I'm not, so for example, I'm in a club called AMWA and they provide,
Yeah.
it's a women's health, women's professional thing. It's like networking. So I got into their shadowing program thing. So I got my shadowing hours hopefully covered. And then clinical hours for med school. It's like I did the EMT program at Hill. I don't know if you guys, that was so good. But my recommendation, just get licensed as soon as possible. So if I get my license, then I can start doing my clinical hours. But yeah.
Mhm.
But I did do, I felt like I was done with research. I just don't want to, I'm just done, guys. I just put it that way. I just want to move on. Fun. I really want to do fun clubs now. Like I'm in the literary society club. I really want to do like go to shows on campus. So I just like these next 2 years because the community college I was just like doing all this work to get just to transfer. I want to just these 2 years to just
Yeah.
no, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Exactly.
Right, Yori? I know.
Oh my gosh, transfer is rigorous, guys.
What
Once you're in
program am I at?
university.
Somewhere.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
Technician.
I think Junica, you have a question?
Yeah, just real quick. So you talked about research. So for me, I want to do research. I'm a freshman at like the Hill and Anza, but like I don't know where to start. Like I've never done any research before. So you said about how just cold emailing like professors from different universities. So like, do you like have to have like any sort of prior experience to get something from them, or like like just have any sort of like experience or something of the sort?
Yeah. You don't need to have any prior experience. Go do the special projects thing. I think that's a great way. It's kind of low commitment, but also with your professors, and you'll learn how to do research because you guys are going to be live next semester. I mean, next quarter. So I think this is the time to be in
Really? Next quarter?
Yeah, they're still online, I think,
Oh
right?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Sad, but
Oh.
you guys are going to be online next quarter, so it's really good. This is your chance. So, sorry, is your name Gunika?
Yeah,
Gunika. Do the special projects next quarter so you can have some idea of how it is. Or now that you're a freshman, May is there's that like I sent that link above for the internships with Stanford. Or if you do end up cold emailing, just let them know that the passion is there and you really want to be research under them, but you just don't have a lot of research experience. And that if you are a quick learner, that you're a quick learner and that you are willing to learn and stuff, I think it should be fine. And then let them know how many hours you're willing to dedicate. I'm gonna show you guys the cold email. Hold on, I'm gonna like cover this.
Also, like real quick, another kind of follow-up question. So like when you email them, should you have like, because I don't really have like an explicit idea of like, this is what I exactly want to research. I just know like the field. So can I just approach them saying that, hey, I'm interested in the field. I don't really have anything specific, but like, can you like maybe help me?
Are you talking about the four-year university professors or like with like Santa Clara, like the professors like on campus, like at Anza?
Like, I'm kind of open to any professor. Like, I don't know who to approach with what.
Oh, I think if you, I mean, I'm not quite sure. I'd have to think about that one because I feel like when you come in with a game plan to a professor, they would want that more than just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I like. This like, I don't know how they can help you because each professor, at least in this like say at Santa Clara, they've been studying those specific topics for their whole life. So if you message like the neuroscience department at Santa Clara, their specialty is neuroscience. But if you ask them, I don't know what I want to research, it's like, I don't know how they can help you. Does that make sense? Like you have to come with
Yeah,
a
yeah.
plan. I just sent in a screenshot of like one example of a cold email. And this person was very interested in neurobiology. But again, like Gunika, you are a freshman, this is your first year, weigh it out. Once you start taking your bio classes, you'll understand what you like and like you'll figure out from there like what you really want to do. And then hopefully by May, you can start applying to the internships or research or cold email for the summer. Maybe do it as early as March and you figure it out from there. For the special projects, if you liked a certain professor like Bruce Heyer or something, message him or email
Bruce
him.
Heyer. Woo!
Yes, Bruce Heyer. And tell him, yeah, tell him that you want to do special projects under him. You want to do special projects under him, and you and him, he can help you create a project together, and you can work on that for the next quarter, and that'll give you some experience in research, something, give you a little foot on the door. So that way, when you email your professors at 4 years, like Santa Clara or UCSF or San Jose State, and you cold email them, then you can go from there and say, I have experience with my own professor. We created a project. We did this. I want to further it at a 4-year institution and work under you or something like that. No,
Thank you
that's
for
my
sharing
advice.
all these.
Sorry, there's a lot of information. Yori, do you have advice? I don't want to take away your time.
No, it's like
No.
I really, guys. It's like honestly, I got into Cornell. I don't know. I don't know what I even did. It's like I don't know what, because I didn't join any club. I didn't do any internship. I didn't do any research. So it's like Shania is like on your all of your part. It's okay because I really didn't do anything of it.
Stop,
It's like-
Yori. No, but there's a reason you got into Cornell. There's a
Yeah.
reason you got into Cornell.
Yeah.
You were
Okay.
amazing. You definitely did something that caught their eye.
Yeah.
You know?
No, yeah. So
Okay,
I think I can
flashback.
share. What?
Oh, I just sorry to cut you off, but okay, flashback up. So what do you guys think? Like you stand out in your applications, and can you walk us through a little bit about the transfer process?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I started doing the whole so I kind of targeted like which university I want to transfer to ever since ever since I first got into the Anza. So I'm really like a plan person. So I cannot I really do many plannings in my head. So initially I figured I wanted to transfer to like UCs, but I kind of changed my mind in the middle because I just knew that you can actually transfer to an IV, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And then I started the application in a year ago, last September. And then it's basically like I use the common app because it's not UC, it's like common app, and then I fill out some like personal information stuff, and then
is there any
then they
essays?
ask so I did 2 essay. One of them is like, I think the writing supplemental question, like what are you planning with your study, and then like the future of your career and stuff. And the other one is like personal statement, specific specific based on like what school I'm applying to. So mine is so there are actually 7 available topics. I choose the one that's asked about the experience when I challenge one ideas, and then what is the result of it, and I talk about like how. So because I'm like a nutrition enthusiast, I talk about like how people are used to the idea of meat being like the best source of protein and stuff. But actually like I kind of challenge that idea with
Like
vegetarianism and
plant-based.
stuff. Yeah, plant-based, because of things like that. I try to be like, oh, so yeah, I have like not some tips, but the thing that I try to say with personal statement is that don't try so hard. It's like you have to like pour yourself in the writing. Don't want to be you don't want to be someone that is perfect, that they cannot see your flaw. It's like the least it's like the least thing they want in like applicants. And I think like I try to be like really, really real and raw in my writing while also make it aesthetic verbally. So yeah, there's like some so and then don't be too informal, but don't be too formal in personal statement. And then I think for like the writing supplement stuff, like the one that asks about the future in career and education, I think it is better for you to make it specific, like what is the goal. Like you cannot like just say you want to make the world a better place. It's like it's very abstract and like very common. But what I did with it is like I wrote that I wanted to make like a private organization to like help people about nutrition education, and then encouraging food labeling and stuff, because I see what happened in the US is very good about the food labeling, and then in Indonesia not as much, and blah blah blah. So it's like okay, wait, were the application for the privates harder than for you? So I cannot really compare because I never applied to UC, guys. So I only applied for Cornell last year. So because I'm thinking like
Confidence. The confidence. Honestly, that's amazing, Yori. That's amazing.
Oh my gosh. No, because it's like I'm thinking like so when I started applying to Cornell, I kind of figured that if I transferred this year, I'm gonna be like a sophomore at Cornell, right? And then like I was thinking like if this all didn't work, then I would just apply to UC and Cornell for the junior year. So it's kind of like there's some backup plan, guys. It's not that I'm so confident. No, I'm just thinking like I don't even know what to say. Yeah.
Just like take a quick rest, like go back, go home.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, and then they also like have some section on like clubs, extracurriculars, and then some professional activities and experiences for volunteering, and you can like fill out some stuff there. For me, I really didn't do like, just like I said, I didn't do any internship and stuff, but before I started applying, I was kind of aware that I didn't do any of those stuff. So that's why I tried contacting the consultant from Cornell. I said to him that I didn't have the chance because of the corona and blah blah blah, and he was so good that he explained to me that okay, you cannot do this, but you actually can do other things than internship and stuff, that shows that your interest in the major is not merely trivial. So he suggested me doing some kind of like, I don't know, watching documentaries. So I watched many nutrition related documentaries, like what is it? Oh, The Game Changer. I don't know if you ever watch it. And then What the Health in Netflix, and then many stuff. And then I incorporated my experience in watching it in personal statement and other stuffs. And then he told me to like interview the professionals in the field. So I interview like 3 people, like the dietitian and stuff. So it's like I don't know. I think that you guys are better than me in this. Like I think you join clubs and stuff. But if you ever have like the same experience as me, it's like just don't give up first before trying it. Just like do anything that you can, because guys, it works out for me. It will work out for you guys too. Oh yeah, there's some question there.
Were you the essay?
Oh, and then like about proofreading essay, I have like, I don't know, maybe 10 people proofreading my essay, and it's it's not like my I think one of them is professor at the Anza, but like I also asked for my best friend's help, and then I also asked for like my high school teacher, and then my, I don't know, my sister's friend. So it's like a
My
whole range
sister.
of people. Yeah, it's like because she was in UC Berkeley, and then now she was
Oh.
in Oxford, and that's why I'm kind of like, okay, I need to contact this person. Yeah, she's currently in Oxford. I know, taking politics and stuff, and I'm like,
Oh my
okay, I'm
God.
gonna contact this. Yeah, she's amazing, and she's so nice. And then yeah, so I did a lot. I did many proofreading to like different kind of people. I
Uh-huh.
think it kind of helps because you get like many perspectives and many feedbacks from different
Mhm.
kind of perspectives. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't be too afraid to criticisms on your essays, because it's what I feel like every time I ask them to proofread my essay and they send it back to me.
Yeah.
I was kind of nervous because I feel like, am I stupid? Like, when
Kind of.
yeah, when I almost open it, I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know what criticism will I get. But it's like, yeah, you have to go through that process so you can get like the best of your
Mhm.
writing.
Oh,
What else?
okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I guess that's, yeah.
Wow. It really worked out.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and then about GPA, I don't know. Shania talked something about GPA. Yeah, GPA is important, guys. I don't know. I will not sugarcoat it. And then
I wish it.
I wish you
I-
didn't. You wish you didn't.
Yeah.
No, but it's like I think like most universities, I guess, they kind of really want to know you. I mean, like I think like the GPA is like the first entrance to like
Mhm.
the university, but
Yeah.
you have to go through several entrances to really get
Yeah.
into the university. And like
Yeah.
one of the most important entrances is like your personal statement. And then yeah, I think it's really important. That's why I put really much effort on it, because it is like the only thing that can make your I don't know, admission officer to know you better, like to know who you are. You only have like that 3-page document to like describe
Mhm.
who you are. And it,
Mhm.
yeah, if it interests them, I think they will, there's a possibility that they will overlook that GPA. But
Mhm.
I don't say that GPA is not important. It's still important and it still
Mhm.
matters. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
agree
Got
with
it.
you,
Got it.
Ari. I think
Yeah.
GPA does have an effect on your application. I kind of think
Yeah.
of it like, say if you had a 4.0 and like a really good application, they would just like, oh, this person did really well. Let's move on to now the holistic part. That's how I
Uh-huh.
would think about it. Versus like, say if you had a 3.6 or 3.5 GPA or 3.2 GPA, they'd be like, okay, well, doesn't compared to our other applicants. Because again, if you want to put a Northwestern or Cornell, I'm saying just those types of schools, then they'll look at your whole
Those types of
MSAT
schools.
and it has to weigh out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's
Usually.
why I say that GPA is important, but do not let it bog you down. That doesn't mean that you'll not get into any schools, because all the UCs are phenomenal schools, and I don't like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying that schools like Ivy Leagues, you will need the GPA.
Yeah.
No, same with Berkeley and UCLA now, they kind of want the GPA, which kind of like is unfortunate, because it's like,
Yeah.
but again, it also depends on your major. I know the bio majors are extremely competitive, so it's
Oh
the
man,
rigor
yeah.
Oh
and the
man.
competition's gonna be there.
Bio.
Okay, should I
Yeah.
quickly teach you guys how to stalk people on LinkedIn and how to network? Because I just want to
Please.
quickly show, just because
Yes.
someone had a
I'm so
question.
bad,
Can you let me
LinkedIn.
screen share, Joseph, if that's okay, real quick?
Yeah. Oh.
Wait, Joseph, what major are you?
So I'm my molecular
Molecular?
biology. Yeah.
Okay.
Good one.
Yeah.
You even, oh yeah, I'm listening.
I was like,
Okay.
oh, you reclaim post?
I'm just gonna
Uh,
show, because someone want to know which major they should choose, and
Hello.
obviously, like, I cannot decide that, and that comes
Hmm.
from you. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
say the best way to answer that question is delve in. Kristen, are you what year are you in? Oh, Kristen left. That's hilarious. But I'll still teach you guys how to speak.
Wait,
Oh,
you cannot
God.
share screen? I don't know. Like,
I'm not
I'm
able
trying.
to share screens. Okay, well, I guess I'll just show screenshots then. Basically, if you go to the
Sorry, yeah.
Anza, no, you're good. Basically, if you go to the Anza page, and you see that there's like, okay, let's see if I can like put this in. Wow.
Yes.
I'm trying to see. So when you go to your own, I wish I knew this. I just learned this at USC. But okay, so you see this page,
Oh,
you're gonna
I
go
can
to,
see.
and then you're gonna click alumni, and then within alumni, say if you don't, say if you're like, oh, I want to do bioengineering, you're gonna click that into the search bar, and you're gonna get results that like, okay, so I wrote bioengineering, you get 79 alumni, you see that, okay, I'm gonna send another screenshot. Wow, this is like not helpful. I hate that I can't, let's see. Is this
You cannot screen share?
I'm not able to screen share, unfortunately. So I'm just
Oh,
send a
no.
screenshot. Okay, and then you get all these results, and you
Oh.
scroll down, and you get all these profiles that are in that set, like
Mhm.
that thing that you want to do. So you go, you write De Anza College on LinkedIn, you click the followers, and you do alumni, write what field you want to get into, and then message them from there. And there's obviously etiquette on how to message people on, and how to like be like, hi, I'm Joseph, and these are my passions, and I was just wondering if you could give me advice, or if you could share some advice on how to da 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 da, and like whatever
Oh,
questions you have. I'm trying to choose between neuro and bioengineering, and I was wondering if you could help me and guide me and why you decide to become a bioengineer or something, like stuff like that. And then as the conversation continues, maybe that next question could be, would you be okay if I could visit your office, or maybe if you had any shadowing opportunities, or if you knew how I could get myself into that field. Did you guys get the screenshots? Are these screenshots making sense?
Yeah,
Okay.
it
Or
does.
maybe those who didn't see it, that's okay. No problem. Anyways, going back to the actual question why we're here.
Oh yeah. So what about USC? So how's the transfer process like? Yeah, is there any like particular like values that USC want to like find their like applicants or something?
Yeah, so I felt like my story was just very non-traditional. So I felt like that kind of helped me get in. But I spent, because the UC, so UC applications are due. Yeah, I'll talk more about that. So because the UC applications are due in November, and I kind of rushed them, those essays from the UCs kind of built my foundation on what I would write 6 months later, many months later, when I would turn in my applications for privates in March or February. I actually did not have a letter of recommendation for USC, but I still, but
you don't have to?
you don't have to, it's optional. But my recommendation is get a letter of recommendation, because it's going to be that cherry on the top. Get everything you possibly can to make it the best application possible. So if it's optional, you're going to make it mandatory on yourself to get a letter of rec. Say if you can't, it's not the end of the world. And that's fine. I remember one of my professors, and I don't want to give a name because it's recorded, ghosted me multiple times when I asked this person for a letter of recommendation. And then I proceeded to ask my like emergency professor, who also did not write me a letter of recommendation. And the one professor that had written me a letter of recommendation from experience prior, or from other things I want to apply to, her computer was actually at De Anza, and they had closed it down because of the pandemic.
Oh,
So I had no letters of recommendation. Means half the schools that I want to apply to, AKA Cornell, AKA I think there was another school, Brown. I really want to apply to those schools. I was not able to because I didn't.
Wait, you applied to Cornell?
I did, and then I didn't have
Oh,
letters of recs. I didn't
gosh.
have letters of recs. That's what the problem was. Okay, so that was unfortunate. It's okay though. It's okay. Everything's meant to be, and I'm happy at USC. I'm actually vibing. I like it. I like the school, so I don't mind it. But my application process, my main essay was about how I went to medical school and how I dropped out, and because I dropped out,
Oh,
how that changed my experience and how I used that the values I learned in Pakistan and how I applied it to community college or something. I know a lot of people write about interesting things. Someone gone to Harvard for writing about how they love showering, and they went into really intense
yeah.
detail of, the water running through my head,
Oh my
lathering,
gosh.
really interesting stuff. Really interesting stuff.
Oh my gosh. People can get so random, but
Yeah,
so
Like-
and they made it
smart.
a whole essay. I think my biggest thing, I got inspiration from the Johns Hopkins essays. I don't know if you guys know the
John Hopkins.
what worked.
Which
Um,
essay?
This one, they put their essays, the really successful essays online, and it's essays that work. And I read through like a bunch of them. I read through a bunch of them. This is what helped me understand like what they're looking for. Now, it's not a lot of these, like, some students are like just like naturally super quirky. Don't force yourself to be quirky if you're not. Be yourself. That is the biggest
Yeah.
thing, okay? You don't have to be purposefully humorous. If that's not naturally you, then don't do it. I did not even try to be funny, guys. I didn't even bother. I was like, I'm not a funny person, or I don't think I could execute that on paper. So I'm not gonna bother because it's gonna look forced or cringe. So I did not bother. I was just kind of straightforward, a little bit like, this was my journey, this is how I changed it up, or this is how I learned from my mistakes or something, and now I want to move on in life, or just go to my next chapter in life at a 4-year or something like. So I mean, these kids are very good writers, and if you have this writing style, or if you could write like this, like, honestly, by all means. But this is what helped. This is a good example of what, some of these, like if you're applying to Johns Hopkins or Cornell or something, these essays are, I think they're pretty good. In terms of the UCs, I rushed those, so do not do what I did. I kind of regretted it after. I felt like those essays are extremely important, and I felt like I should have spent more time on them. So do not make that mistake with starting your essays late. I literally started switching a paragraph and copying pasting it into another paragraph of another essay an hour before it was due. Don't do
Oh
that.
my gosh. No, don't do that.
Don't do that. Do not do that. See, Yori,
Noted.
No.
noted, do
Oh
not
my
do that,
gosh.
because I started
Noted.
getting overwhelmed. I started working on my essays last minute. So don't do that. Okay.
Never rush. Never be in rush in like writing essays. Like such a bad place to be.
Exactly. And
No.
that bit me on the butt.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. You're always like, yeah, I know, girl. I know. This is why you got rid. Yeah, no, straight up. Okay. So look at, I don't know if you guys know Tom Nguyen. He is a phenomenal
Nguyen.
counselor. He ended up getting all booked when I was trying to get my essays checked. So get him to check your essays, book an appointment. He will read your essays and try to look over them. It's just important that you have at least 1 or 2 people. I know Yori had 10. I would say my recommendation is probably like 3. So, and maybe 2 of those or 3 of those that are good writers or that are good at proofreading. Make sure that they're not your friends, because your friends know you. Your friends know who you are. So it'll make sense to them. Get someone who does not know you at all, so that when they're reading this, they're trying to see what your character is like. I know, like, and I did not do this, and I don't know if you guys, this is just kind of unnecessary, but actually it could be. I really liked this girl. This girl is basically, her name is the Cath Path or the Cat Path or something.
She's from Stanford, right?
She's from Stanford. She
Yeah.
runs an
I watch her
essay.
videos.
Yeah, she runs a business called this like essay review. Basically, you submit your essays and her what do you call it? Business will they'll look at, I don't know, where's her the Cath Path College apps? Where is this? Oh, there it is. You could submit like an NS, it's a little expensive, and I don't know. I'm not gonna like, wait, what the hell is this? Oh God.
She got
Oh,
canceled.
never mind. That's
What
hilarious.
happened?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what is this?
What happened?
Okay, but they'll look at your essays and you can edit that. They'll edit it and they'll edit each and every line. Now, I did
Oh,
not use
nice.
it, but my brother used it when he was a freshman and his essays were actually pretty good, not gonna lie. He's now at Purdue, but
Ooh, okay.
he used this just for one essay, but it's expensive. Again, like I didn't use it. I didn't think it was necessary for me personally. But he ended up using it for one type of essay and they basically edited each and every line. My recommendation, again, do this 2 weeks. You need to finish your essays basically 2 weeks prior. The next 2 weeks are just don't look at your essay for 12 hours, come back at it, and then just like read it. Yes, go ahead. Gunika. Yeah.
A quick question. So about letters of recommendation. So could you like talk more about like who to contact and like what kind of professors should like we contact? Like, because I want to do a couple of privates and I need letters of recommendation for those.
I think Yori might be the best one to answer this one.
Private. So I don't know. Okay, you're gonna go to private. So the thing about letter of recommendation is that what I did with mine is I try to get it from different kind of people in my life. So the first letter of recommendation I got from like my best friend. I don't know if it's like appropriate or no, but it's like in the comment app it says that to get like maximum three like letter of recommendation, either it is like from your, it says that it can be from your family or like people that really know you and stuff. So I took like, so I got it from like one was from my best friend, the other one was from my high school teacher, and the last one was from my one of the, I think it's like Roderick Taylor gave me that one. So yeah, I did 3, and yeah, for me, letter of recommendation should come from different kind of people from like different circles in your life, I guess, to like give them like perspective, to give some different perspectives on who you really are, I guess. At least that's what I think of it.
I can tell you about my LOR experience, but I would just have to ask that the recording to be stopped only because
Okay.
if that's okay, because I want to drop names.
Right.
Sure.
Thank you for sharing all this. To be honest, wow, that's not cool at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think other professors, it just depends. Sometimes you'll never expect it. Don't ever feel entitled that a professor will write you a letter of recommendation.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't ever feel that way. Just kind of come in like no expectations, form a relationship because you want to and you're genuine and you want to do that, ask questions and then go from there. And hopefully they'll write you a letter of recommendation.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you guys for sharing all this. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have to go soon, but I'm just letting you
Yeah.
know.
Okay. So I think like we went a little, 30-minute over 7 overtime. But thank you guys so much for staying. So we're running out of time. So if you guys want to have like questions, go right ahead, unmute yourself and shout it out. Shania and Erie is not gonna be here as well, so feel free.
You know what? I'll drop my email.
Same Instagram, email. What do you want to? Facebook.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you everything, guys. Just
I don't mind if you guys DM'd me on Instagram too, because it's just I'm kind of always on that app and I don't.
Same.
Kind of seems unprofessional. I'm sorry, but.
Do you want my Snapchat too?
No. You want my TikTok? Because
you have a TikTok.
I have a TikTok.
I totally
only one dance on it.
And then so this is my email and this is my Instagram. If you guys want to message me, I'm not active on LinkedIn, so do not message me on that.
Wait, I'm really gonna give my Snapchat.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All in.
I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, Joseph and Serena. I'm assuming you're part of this whole planning process as well, for bringing this event to community college students. I really wish I had this when I was in community college, and I think we did, but it wasn't anything like
really.
This. So, Joseph, you did a phenomenal job hosting and creating a really comfortable and great presence on this breakout room, and the audience and. yeah, you guys are amazing. You guys will do phenomenal with your applications and your classes and whatever you put your heart into, like you guys will get it. Just manifest it and you will get there. So
Preach it, girl. Preach it.
that's what it is. Jory, congratulations on Cornell. I wish you the best of luck with all your future endeavors.
You
I-
too in
Yeah.
USC.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is
So-
that it?
I think, okay, so let's wrap it up. And again, thank you guys for being here, and especially thank you the panelists for, giving us all the super value as like these. And yeah, it's our pleasure to bring you guys together. And yeah, again, we can't thank you enough. Yeah, so
Bye,
thank you guys. Okay, bye.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you
Bye.
so much.
Bye.
Thank you,
Good
guys.
luck with everything.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you, Rochelle.
You did great, Joseph. Wow.
Joseph, you rocked. Oh my God.
Wait, do you want to all go back to the main room and
Yeah.
meet there? All right.
Let's go back to the main room.
Why is my college lead this logo?
Stop.